Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 12 of Kings Connected. My name is Dylan Baker. In our last episode, we got a chance to sit down and chat with Rahul Bola, who came over to the Kings mid-season in a trade from the Hearst Lumberjacks and had an immediate impact on the team. Rahul was really able to identify his strengths and weaknesses in the crease, and he talked about what Dave McDonald wants him to work on and wanted him to work on last season, and we certainly hope that he can grow his game even more and benefit the team. Today we get a chance to sit down and chat with Will German, a forward who was re-signed with the Kings for next season. He posted 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points in 35 games in his first season at the Junior B level, and was also selected to play in the Future Stars game put on by the GOJHL every winter. We're very excited to talk to Will, so without further ado, let's get started.
Taves lost that goal the other way. A chance for Will German. German coming in on Polidori. Will German in, shoots, scores! German on a breakaway beats Ryan Polidori, and the Kings take a 3-2 lead.
I'm now joined by Will German, a forward with the Kamoka Kings. Will, how are you today?
Doing great, man.
Good to hear. Getting things started. Will, last year was your first year in Junior B. What was it like spending it in Kamoka?
For me, Kamoka and the boys there were a very welcoming organization. The coaching and the coaching staff and the players there taught me a lot. I enjoyed it.
It's great. And of course, we've heard it from several different players that the Kings are a very welcoming organization. They welcome you with open arms, and it's always a great experience to play in front of the fans at the Wellness Center. You came to the Kings from the AAA Major Midget London Junior Knights last season. What was the transition into Junior B like, and what advice can you offer to those making it this year?
Yeah, for sure. So obviously playing AAA, you're playing against guys the same age to a year older. And jumping to Junior B, you're going up against guys same age to 4 years older. So obviously the game is going to be a lot faster. The boys are going to be a lot stronger, bigger, right? So that was a tough adjustment for me, I feel. But I eventually got the hang of it. And advice for some guys who just signed and start their Junior B career. I would tell them that Junior B is a privilege. Nothing's given and everything's earned.
For sure. Of course, you have to earn that spot in the starting lineup for no matter what team you play for. And Junior B, as you mentioned, a lot stronger the players are, and it's a much faster game. You were selected to play in the GOJHL Future Stars game in Waterloo, where you scored 2 goals. What was that experience like?
That was a great experience for me. The team I was selected to play on, I was playing with a bunch of former teammates from AAA and guys I played against in AAA. So that was fun to get back on the ice with those boys, pass the puck around, and put the puck in the net.
For sure, and there was that added chemistry, I'm sure, between you guys, which certainly helped you put those 2 goals on the board there. Sure. As we mentioned earlier, you've re-signed with the Kings for next season. What went into that decision?
Kamoka is a great organization. I feel I have a lot to bring this upcoming season, and I'm pumped to get going.
We're excited to watch you play. Will, do you have any goals set for yourself next year?
Yeah, for sure. With not as many returning players and a lot more new guys, I feel like I'm not a rookie anymore, so I should take on the role as a leader on and off the ice. And I also feel like I should produce a lot more than I did last year.
We're looking forward to watching you blossom into a leader, as you talked about there. And, of course, you mentioned it. You're not the rookie anymore. You're one of the veteran guys because there are not as many returning players this year. So we're excited to watch it take place. Ruud Chanderdat, president and GM, says he thinks he'll have a good year next season since you have a year in Junior B under your belt. What are your thoughts on his assessment?
I totally agree. I've put in the work this off season, getting bigger, stronger, and I'm ready to come in and dominate, I guess.
Well, yeah, you had a good, solid year last year, and you can only grow from that. So we're excited. We're looking forward to watching you play. Is there a guy that you really like watching play at the professional level or that you model your game after?
Yeah, for sure. That would be John Tavares of the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's strong on his feet. He's got good hands and tight, and he can put the puck away.
Definitely. John Tavares, of course, one of the better players in the NHL. He's a strong guy. You talked about it there. He's strong on his feet and a very talented guy to watch. What did you learn from Ron Horvat last year, and how excited are you to have Colin Martin as your head coach next year?
Yeah, for sure. For me, Ronnie taught me the biggest thing he probably taught me was that nothing's given and everything's earned. And I feel both Ron and Colin know what it takes to get to the next level. So I'm excited to see what Colin can bring and teach us.
Yeah, Colin, of course, spent some time with the London Knights earlier on in the decade. Now the head coach. He's a passionate coach, and he loves to show emotion on the bench. So definitely we're excited to see what the team can produce with him as the bench boss. And Ron taught some great lessons to players last year and the year prior, and you talked about it earlier that nothing's given, and you mentioned it again coming from Ron there. So great experience last year. We're looking forward to seeing how Colin can help develop you next year. What were some of the memories that you can take away from last season?
The first thing that comes to mind would probably be my first game, Junior B, up in St. Mary's, scored my first goal. And then probably every bus ride with the boys was something new and something fun. So those are all always good memories.
Definitely, and scoring your first goal is always something that sticks with you, and the bus rides have been mentioned by so many guys. It's a lot of fun to be around the boys, I'm sure. Final question for you, Will. What have you been doing throughout isolation to get yourself ready for next year?
Well, everything's been pretty crazy, this quarantine situation, but like rinks closed, gyms closed, but I got a little setup at home here. I am doing stuff daily, just trying to get bigger, stronger, ripping pucks in the garage, playing with the biscuit, rollerblading, and I've been going to tracks around my house, doing speed, agility, and conditioning training, and just recently got on the ice again.
That's great that you've been able to stay in shape throughout isolation. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you again to Will for joining me today on episode 12 of Kings Connected. We heard Will talk about it there. He feels he's primed. He's ready to go for a big year this year. And he produced some solid numbers last year in his first year at the Junior B level, but he expects more from himself next season. He talked about how he's getting stronger and he's getting ready to lead on the ice and off of it next year because, as he mentioned, he's not the rookie anymore, and he really wants to take on a leadership role with the team, and we're excited to watch him do that, to watch him play. We thank you all very much for joining us in episode 12 of Kings Connected. We'll be back next week with another great show for you.